Hey guys, welcome to the pre-lab for our first lab of the year. The goal of this lab is to figure out which candy is more dense, Skittles or milk chocolate M&Ms. Now, density is an idea you've learned about in the past. It's not the same thing as weight or volume. It's actually a combination of those two things. Density is how tightly packed something is. The more dense it is, the more likely it is to sink when it's in water, and the less dense it is, the more likely it is to float. And so to determine density, we need two pieces of information. We need the mass, the weight, and we need the volume, how much space they take up. So the mass we're going to get very easily using an electronic balance, and the volume we're going to get by what's called displacement. We're going to start with a set amount of water in a graduated cylinder. We're going to add candies to it, and we're going to measure how much it goes up. Now, an individual candy is too small to do these measurements on by itself, so we're going to use 10 candies to do this experiment, and we're going to repeat it for the Skittles and for the M&Ms. So I'm going to take, first of all, my weighing dish, and I'm going to put it on the scale, and I'm going to hit the button that says 0, so that now the weight of the dish is not measured. Okay, and I'm going to add 10 candies, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I'm going to write down the measurement that I get when the little star appears, which tells me that the weight is stable. Okay, that's going to be my mass of this particular kind of candy. And then I'm going to take a graduated cylinder and I'm going to measure exactly how much water is in there. Okay, generally you want to choose anywhere between 30 or 40 or 50. I'm working with 50 right now, but choose a set amount and make sure you measure it exactly at that amount. And then I'm going to carefully add the candy so they don't splash. And now I'm going to measure the new amount of water that's in there, the new level. Okay? And then I just subtract those two numbers to find out how much volume, how much space those 10 candies were taking up. So in my data table for this lab, I'm going to record the mass of 10 candies and the volume of 10 candies. And then I'm going to repeat that for the other kind of candy, have all those data together, and then we'll figure out the density by taking the mass divided by the volume. Okay? Water is the standard for density, and it has a density of 1 gram per milliliter. We're going to find out how these candies compare. Since they sank in the dish, in the graduated cylinder, we would expect them to have a density higher than 1. If they had a density less than 1, they would float to the surface. That is our lab.